G. I gotta keep in mind that relatives of mine is trying to build like me. Sit down with Gconnet, gotta think. Every moment got you tapping the mental and looking out for the key. As a youngin', do it all for the G. I gotta keep in mind that relatives of mine is trying to build like me. Sit down with Gconnet, gotta think. Every moment got you tapping the mental and looking out for the key. Whoa.
What it do, folks? It's your boy G2Bs, and today we having a conversation with the one and only KingtechTV. You know, I hope you enjoy the content of this conversation, find out questions about the man, and see what he got going on in life. You feel me? Tap in, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can also know when I drop something else. I'll let your boy.
I'm right here on Gconnet, you know what I'm saying?
Tapping in with Gconnet.
Hey, yo, it's your boy, Mr. 16, tapping in with Gconnet.
With Gconnet.
This Chris Long tapping in with Gconnet.
This Talking Junk Network tapping in with Gconnet.
Tapping in with Gconnet.
This is Brother Jay of the X-Clan, chilling with Gconnet.
What it do, folks? It's your boy G2Bs, and this is Generation Conversation Network, better known as Gconnet. And today we got the one and only KingtechTV up in the house. What's going on with you, Kingtech?
What's happening, brother? Just chilling out, relaxing. Happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Man, I appreciate you for tapping in with Gconnet as well as myself, bro. For the people that don't know, where were you born, Tech?
I was born in a small little town, Redlands, California, Southern California. Okay. Raised in a little mountain community called Forest Falls.
Okay. What school did you attend growing up?
Went through Redlands East Valley High School, Redlands High School, went to a little community college, but it's all, I'd say, like an hour outside of LA.
Okay, yeah. I know LA very well. Who did you grow up listening to as a teen, music-wise?
Well, musically, my whole family plays music, so really I was growing up around a different genre of music. My father, brother, mother, everybody plays, but my dad and mom were in a band called The Fog, traveling band. So they'd practice, 5 times a week in my house, but they were playing similar things to like Allman Brothers, Doors, Beatles, things like that. So I grew up listening to that with an interest in being a musician, drummer, guitar. And then my brother one day decided to show me what he's listening to, and he wanted to get me hyped up for a football game. So he showed me a Dr. Dre song. And because I'm a percussionist, came from a rhythmic background, I was hooked to those beats. And then he showed me 36 Chambers, Wu-Tang. And I just couldn't even believe what I was hearing. It was like such a difference from what I grew up listening to. But when I would dissect the lyrics and figure out what they're really meaning by it, I just loved the cleverness, the multi-syllabs, the synonyms, the metaphors, clever ways to say the same thing that got me hooked, So I started listening to, I'd say Wu-Tang and Dre would be, that would be major influences at the beginning stages.
So who do you listen to today?
Today, man, that's really crazy to say. I really don't listen to a lot out there. What I've been really focusing on is I have my ear now to the streets, just listening to what's up and coming artists, what I feel is the future of music. So really, I'm listening to people that aren't even known yet, but I feel like they are so incredibly talented. They're the new wave, or they're an older generation that I feel can still compete in today's market. So I'm listening to what new shit they got. As far as known artists, JID, he's incredible. Kendrick Lamar, there's certain things, and I just said two, they almost had similar voices, but I like uniqueness. Somebody that's very unique, both in their cadence structure, melodically, what their substance, what they're talking about, and I want it clever and relatable to me. And what certain thing I listen to that isn't relatable to me, but I still enjoy it. But for the most part, I'd say new artist. It'd be all new. Tara Van Poo, incredible artist. I listen to him all the time. And then as far as older school, JD got new shit out. So I'm listening to that shit. I'm going all over the board. The Chill, Aguilar, The Dawn. These are all friends of mine that I love their music and the new shit that's coming out. So I'm excited to be even in the same circle as them and give opinion on any of their music. So it's dope.
When did you get bit by the hip hop bug?
Man, I'd say probably in between, man, that's hard to say. 8, I started making my own tracks with a 4-track recorder.
How you do that?
So my dad had he had a little 4-track recorder, and he taught me how that I could pan everything down to 1 track, so I could record 4 individual tracks. You know, so track 1, I had a little drum machine. It was a rhythm track, like it's like Fisher Price, my first drum machine. I would do a little drum beat on track 1. Track 2, I would just do a little melodic thing on the guitar. 3, the bass line. 4, any type of sound effect or soundscaping I would want to do. Then I can condense all 4 of those down to track 1, and it would leave me track 2, 3, and 4 open. Then I could record a vocal on 2. I would overdub just to give it stereo, and I'd pan it left and right to give a full body of my vocals. And then of the same, it's like the whole, not ad-libbing, I'd record the whole verse over so it's in stereo. And then track 4, I would do the ad-libs. And I was just so hooked to doing that I think at 13, I felt like I was a producer. I could produce any genre of music. And 13 is really where I started dissecting other MCs' lyrics, figured out the different cadences, what a multisyllabic rhyme is, what the difference between similes and metaphors, and a storytelling rap as opposed to a metaphor-based rap. So like at 13, I started dissecting and writing my own. So yeah, probably about that age.
Okay. Do you remember your first beat you ever made?
I do, man. Yeah, it was, my dad had these old war movies of like somebody storming the beach of Normandy. It was a little quote. He had it on the TV, and I went with my little microphone and the 4-track, and I recorded the video of it saying that. And then I used that as like the intro sample. And then I would sample little explosions that they had. And then I just went back and did the first beat, and it was, the song was called Mission Complete. And I remember, yeah. So yeah, it's crazy to think of that, but a 13-year-old writing a song about a mission and war and shit is crazy to think about now. But it was, yeah.
What about rapping? When did you start rapping?
I was rapping at 8, but really where all the way 13, I'm writing my shit. It wasn't until where I felt like I'm a rapper, not until high school. That was when meeting a gentleman that, you know, I'm coming from a small mountain community. I wasn't familiar with the little lunchtime circles where these guys are battling. So I just see a group gather and then 2 MCs rapping back and forth to each other. But when I noticed one guy that I had a class with, he's talking about the guy's shoes. He's talking about that he had a real thick 3-ring binder. He's clowning him for his binder, everything he's wearing. So I was so impressed that I'm like, wow, he just made all that up right now. That's crazy. So I just pulled him aside, and he told me how he did it. You know, he used to write them first, but then you build your vocabulary, and then you just start seeing words in your mind. I mean, for me, it's like sentences ahead, you know, and I'm so far ahead, I get clustered by mixing all the words in between, but your thought processes already know where I'm going to lead to this. So that got me hooked. And then it was everywhere I drove, everything I saw, I had to come up with a rhyme for it.
Did you start off solo or part of a group?
It was solo. Yeah, I was just because of my own confidence. A group, again, growing up in a mountain community, it wasn't like growing up in LA. I feel like if I grew up in LA, it'd have been wildly different. But for example, if we took a 4-block radius, 150 MCs, 300 different producers, 400 B-boys, you know what I'm saying? Like within 4 blocks of LA, everybody's doing that shit. It felt like where I came from in a mountain community, there isn't. I was the only one that wasn't a white person. I'll tell you that. And there was just a couple of kids that would listen to hip hop. And then it wasn't until I get down to, we call it down the hill, but down to Redlands High, where it was a mix, you know, races and cultures. And then, yeah, Yeah, probably about that time.
How many albums or mixtapes have you put out to date, and can you name them?
Okay, so when I was 21, I sent a demo tape to Gladiator Records. Okay, and all this can be aired out because I'm in court right now. So you know, I've been in court for 6 years over this. Let me grab something really quick.
Okay, a little controversy. Okay.
Yeah.
Speak on it. Speak on it.
Okay, so in 2006, I was a firefighter for 12 years. Some people that don't know that. I still wanted to be, you know, an MC or a producer, but I was a firefighter. So I was working at a fire station. I recorded a demo. At the time, one of my favorite MCs was Cannabis. He was at Gladiator Records. So I sent one demo to Gladiator Records. One day, we're at the fire department. My captain picks up the phone and gets a call from Gladiator Records, wants to speak with me. Basically, they invite me down. They want to hear more shit that I have. I go down there. I call my pops. He sends an entertainment lawyer to meet me down there. So I drive down there, meet up. Abstract Rude was there. Cannabis was there. There's a bunch of people. Anyways, I go in there. They sit me at this big round table. They already have a little gold placard with my name on it, a folder with my name on it, and contracts. So basically, throughout this paperwork, there's a section of it that says signing bonus $500,000. My entertainment lawyer circled this part with red marker over and over and over. And he said, this is the difference. A signing bonus should be exactly what it is, a bonus. Meaning, here, Kingtech, I don't want you to go sign with Capitol Records. Here is a signing bonus that you are going to promise to stay with us. And it's not a loan. What they're doing was a loan based. And on average, most artists at that time would average at 1 point, meaning 1%. For me to pay back $500,000, I would have to go 6 times platinum. You know, if you're getting 1 point on back then when album sales like $15 a CD, and you're getting 1 point of that 1% after everything else is taken out, I was bringing home from 75 cents to $1.75 per album. Now to pay back $500,000, I'd be in debt for my life, my kids' life, their kids' life, unless I blew up like Eminem, you know? And back then there wasn't a lot of Eminem. It was Eminem. There was no Asian fucking rapper anywhere to be seen. Not until later, Jin, Rough Riders, which absolutely fell on his face. And, you know, he's huge in Hong Kong. He's not huge here. Right. He is unknown here. He is bankrupt here. Hong Kong, he's a superstar. But that's the difference. So at that time, there wasn't a lot of different nationalities within hip hop. So I felt scared to even attempt. You know, I didn't want to do it. My entertainment lawyer told me it's not a good idea. So we denied. We said no. But during that time, right when I get there, Abstract Rude's in the booth. He asked me to go in there and freestyle with him. So just like any MC, I think you start off with some memorized shit that you have. You want to bring that heat. So I'm bringing that. But then it goes into freestyle, and I want to prove to them that I do have that skill, you know, to freestyle and make up shit on the spot. So I started referencing what's going on at the moment. And to be honest, I was really in the zone then. I really practiced my craft to a point. Abstract Rude put his hands up. He backed out of the booth. He let me go in for like an hour. So I'm going in, and then Tommy Lee is there, and he says, do you have any songs? And I go, oh yeah. Now this is me as a naive kid, just excited to be around superstars and where I'm at. I go, yeah. So I do 3 of my songs. Now I'm not using my beats. They have beats. I tell them a tempo and the feel. So one of the beats was called Fire Call. Now I'm a firefighter at that time. I'm telling a true story about my perspective as a firefighter. I use real firefighter names that I grew up with these guys. Okay. Anyways, at the end of it, I don't sign the contract. I leave Gladiator Records. I go on with my life. I'm continue to be a firefighter. I do music here and there. but I really backed off of it. I was starting a family, just had kids at the time. So long story short, I moved to Georgia. I come back. I want a video that I took of my son years ago, and it's linked to this old email. So I find this old email. There's a gentleman named Rocco. Oh, it's on the other paper. A gentleman named Rocco. He is vice president of creative at Universal Music Publishing Group. He's been emailing me for 4 years trying to get a hold of me. So I see this. I'm looking back through all these emails. I finally respond. What it is, the shortest version of this, Universal Music Publishing Group bought out Gladiator Records in 2006 when they went bankrupt. They bought all masters as well. One of the masters in there was labeled Fire Call with Jin Young King, that's my government, on there. Okay. That same song, Fire Call, was released in Chicago by Cheese Smith, Rhymesayer, on a mixtape that went gold. And they realized there's no contractual agreement between Gladiator Records and me as an artist for that song, Fire Call. I went in there. I recorded 3 of my songs. I said no to signing. I leave, and my song, Fire Call, goes gold because Cheese Smith, Rhymesayer, used it on a mixtape. And so much used it. I'm talking, he used the same lyrics. There's a guy named Cole, C-O-L-E, and a guy named Robbie, okay? These are my 2 co-workers. He used their names even in the lyrics. So anyways, get a letter from this Rocco basically saying, we don't condone this type of behavior. There's no contractual agreement for this. We're going to release the rights to your song back to you. We're going to send you this gold record in hopes to bring closure to that matter. And I can tell you that doesn't bring closure to the matter. My life would have
money. Where's my money? Exactly.
And so when my lawyer put all the points together from 2004 to 2012, when they released the rights, it's been in commercials. It's been on a mixtape that went gold. It's been on a bunch of shit. They, at minimum, if I was only making 1 point, they owe me $6.5 million. They tried to settle for $80,000. I mean, I couldn't even stop laughing. But anyways, it's been 6 years, and I kind of know. I honestly, it's sad to say, I kind of know where it's going to end up from deep pockets of Universal. They'll just continue to run it and run it and run it until I'm frustrated or broke or decide to settle. But because of that, when this took place, I went through a very, I'd say, a dark time in my life for a very long time where I quit music. So it was like 10 years of not rapping, not making any type of music at all. And then just recently came back January of 2021. This is all brand new. Before this was 10 years of nobody knew where I was. I was in a bad place for sure. So mixtapes and shit, I don't have a lot. All I have is a lot of old school shit that I did before this Gladiator Records situation. And then it was like a 10-year gap of not making shit. And then I come back one day, I decide to make a video for my kids, redoing a Billie Eilish song. And I used the zipper on my sweater to create it just to be like funny and clever. They loved it. I posted it to Facebook. It blew up. I loved how it felt, to be honest. It like brought me out of this darkness. People were saying how good it was. So I couldn't wait to make the next one. So I make another one. And eventually, after a few months, people tell me go to Instagram. I do that. And that's where it is really started to explode in me networking and meeting all these people that I've met, is because of as soon as I touched Instagram. I met 2 individuals really that I'd say are solely responsible for a majority of my network, Okay.
That's understandable. So what do you classify what you do on there? Podcasting, media, blogging?
Man, it's really changed because I started Instagram as a musician, as a producer. Like, let me show you what I can do. I can make the beats live on the spot. I can play guitar. I can implement them all into a track. And that's how it started. But I started meeting a certain EA Ski, one of the first producers I met, super producer Rhythm D, Miko Wu, Capadonna. These are certain individuals, Maya Lansky from Wu Syndicate, certain individuals who reached out to me on the side at my beginning stages when I had, 4,000 followers, but they saw the video and they loved it. And it was like, really, it was like just getting that type of feedback from them got me so excited about what I'm doing that one day I invited a guy on a live and he came on and I'm just chopping it up with him. But it's like, okay, for example, Chris Glove, it's a legend, super producer, Chris Glove. So I'm on my drum machine making a beat. He joins my live and I'm like, what the I can't believe this dude's here. I'm like giddy like a little fucking kid. Like, dude, you made Explosive. You made Phone Tap with Nas. Dude, Reckless, Ice-T. You're a super producer. And he's buying me badges and shit. Well, he comes on. We're chopping it up. Then I met this gentleman, Roach Killer, Dismos, all these guys. But what I kept getting, I would used to get 4,000 messages a day, man, where people were saying, we love your energy. We love how you talk to when you engage. Your engagement with like Dismos. And that's what started our show was Dismos came on my live just to tell me he liked my beats. And we'd be joking back and forth and people loved it. They loved how me and him, we think very similar, both Virgos. I mean, we think exactly the same, but we come from wildly different parts of the world, is like different walks of life. And I think that's what really makes this work is Dismos. I mean, to put it simply, from my followers or fans, they would say Dismos is the street cat. He has Mount Hoodmore tattooed across his chest, and I would be like the geek, the computer nerd. So it was like for us to somehow be able to have a conversation, get along, laugh, and joke about the same shit. They loved it. They loved that we can connect like that. And I got a lot of messages, people saying like they like that I can network and mingle within this crowd without changing who I am. I don't have to all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, son? Like start talking different and shit. I'm just going to be myself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm just going to be myself and it worked out. So I don't know what to classify it as, my long roundabout answer. I don't know. I was a musician, producer. All I get every day are messages, people saying they love my energy when I interview people. So it turned into this interviewing show, which is turning into a podcast. I have a podcast coming out with Tash from the Alcoholics. It's turning into a bunch of shit, but I don't know. I'm a Renaissance man. I could play 14 different instruments. I could rap. I can produce. I can act. I can dance. I can interview. I don't know what it is, but I do a little bit of all.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Are you currently working on any new projects today?
Yes. So right now we have it is somewhat secretive. So I had a thing called the Ultimate Producer Beat Battle. I started it with that. So basically I would get about 150 to 200 songs a day sent to me from producers, rappers, singers, songwriters. I started noticing, 80% of producers all made trap and they all sounded the same. This is just what I'm being sent. Okay. Not everyone, but I'm saying if out of 100 producers, 80 of them all sent me trap and they all use the same sound, same hi-hat, same fucking song over and over and over. But then there was 20 left that were so incredibly talented that I was shocked. And I thought, you know what? I have a huge network of celebrities, famous, well-known, influential musicians, singer, MCs, producers in my network. So I'm going to throw a competition. So what I did was a producer beat battle, 4 different rounds, 4 different categories, some sample flip challenges. Basically, we'd have an anonymous judging. They'd play their beat. I'd have all kinds of 8 celebrity guest judges each episode. We'd pick a winner of that. That winner would move on. We go to the grand championship to find that one producer that can make anything. We got him. That's JL Beats. I manage him. We did that with MCs. We did that with singers. What I'm doing, though, is getting the best of each category. We've created multiple songs. Not only that, I'm working with my celebrity guest judges. They want to be part of this project. Now, I see it as a win-win for everybody. I have a large following and a large platform with people like Ag, JD, The Chill, Chris Glove. They all have, Tony Hasbun. They have music coming out. So they have invested interest in their own project. But if they're working with me on a large platform, I win because I get to use these big names. They win because I have the platform. They win for album sales. I win for album sales. Producer wins. He now has a resume that says these influential names. Yes. Everybody involved wins. So that's what I'm working on now. We have an incredible project with some incredible names. Chip Fu, legend, Brother J, Mad Lion, Rufus Black, Rhythm D, Roach Killer, Dismos, The Chill, Miss Toy, Aguilar, Teravan, Lena Kane. It's going to be, Bizarre, Foul Mouth. It's going to be ridiculous. Yuck Mouse. We got some heavy hitters.
Okay. My guy Yuck Mouth.
Yeah.
I know a few of those names you named personally too. Yeah. And I look forward to that. I look forward to seeing that, blossom out and turn into what it's going to turn into.
Yep.
Being that this is 2022 and you've been around the music business, you care to speak on how you've seen it change over the last time?
I would love to. So this is just, I don't mean insulting anybody at all by my opinions of this. This is just how I see it. I'll just stick to one kind of music, okay? I'll just stick to hip hop. When I was growing up, you could not have a ghostwriter. You could not do that. You couldn't even have the same name as another person. Now, me saying that, I realize I'm Kingtech. I realize there's another Sway in Kingtech. I get all that. Okay. You had to be unique. That was the whole point, was standing out. You couldn't sound like this other dude. You needed to sound like you. If you sounded like this other dude, you're immediately, we don't give a shit what you have to say.
You're cast away then.
Cast away. Okay. And it was more about the substance, the bar, what you're talking about. Within your song, you're talking about your struggles that you're going through, which is relatable to somebody on the other side of the planet who's also going through a struggle.
Right.
Today, I could go purchase some ghostwriter to write me a song, a vocalist to write me a hook. Both of them could sing it for me. I could then go down, hire a camera crew, film a video. And the most importance out of all of that, in my eyes now, what will make that hit is his social media footprint, what articles of clothing he has on, what brands they are. And as long as there are quick cut edits, less than 5 seconds apart, and he has that banger beat. Substance has been taken out. And this is just how I see it, man. People want to be able to sing your song within the first time they hear it. So you have to dumb down the lyrics and make it, maybe not dumb down. I should just say, make it catchy. Something very easy to learn, catchy. But now it's not about the substance. Can I dance to it? I don't give a fuck what they're saying. And it's about what belt you got on and what glasses you're wearing. And so it's really changed. It's taken the heart and soul out of the lyrics, the substance out of it, in my opinion. There's still artists that do it. Don't get me wrong, but there's a mad majority of artists right now that are mumbling bullshit that I could write in 4 seconds, that are so rich, they're putting another diamond on their back molar that no one will ever see, but they just need to use more money. Do you know what I'm saying? Is I could produce, rap, write circles around at least 50% of what is selling millions right now. So it's a big difference. There are talent out there. And what I'm seeing now that's different is, I'll just simplify it. Gangster rap, me growing up, somebody like Logic would never be popular in that era. people would shit on a Logic.
Right.
Now you fast forward. Now it's like, it's almost cool to be part of the LGBTQ, all the initials. It's almost cool to be part of that. It's almost cool to be so unique, geeky, nerdy, different, abstract, artistic. It's almost, those are the cool things now. Now I see a bunch of Korean American rappers. That shit wasn't around when I was growing up. Now I see a bunch of Asian cats that talk like me and they rap like me, and like, that's crazy. It's just, yeah, it's different and it's more accepted now, which is a great thing. I do like that more is being accepted. But as far as the music, it's definitely changed. And I think for the worst, because the attention span of humanity has changed. It's went 15 seconds down to 10, down to 5. And now any research you do with any marketing management team, 3 seconds is your attention span. If you don't grab your audience in 3 seconds, they're moving on to the next one. The ease of swiping and moving on. That is why platforms like TikTok are the leading, why they're so successful. They give you info in 3 seconds. You don't like it, here's the next one. You don't like it, here's the next one. Everybody's fast-paced moving shit. We don't have time or patience for that soul love song anymore. We're too busy doing that shit. And it sucks, but I do think there will be a shift. I don't know about the substance, but there will be a shift in music because history does repeat itself. And catchphrases my kids are saying right now, my kids say boomer, and I'm telling it like it's a new word. And my father said boomer, so it is like, it's just a big circle, and we're going to go through trends. Baggy pants were the shit when I was growing up, goes to skinny jeans, and it's going to go right back, bell bottoms to everything from style, music, fashion. Everything will be a huge circle and repeat itself and be claimed to be new.
I agree. I'm watching the same. I'm seeing the same from the same view. I have the same opinion with you on that. Knowing what you know about the music business, what advice would you give to the youth trying to get into it today?
I would say more than anything is just harnessing your own craft, practicing your own craft, not being influenced by outsiders, others. Some of my favorite artists haven't listened to anything on mainstream music, no outside influence of music for over 10 years. And they don't want any ideas. They don't want to listen to a Drake and be like, damn, that's a hit. And then go in the studio and subconsciously you're recreating what you just heard. I think it just needs to be focus on you, your brand, you as a person, an artist, an individual. What makes you stand out from the other 6 billion artists standing in line? Why am I going to listen to you? And what sucks is some think controversy, like a Tekashi 6ix9ine, grabs that attention. You just got to see me. You just got it. So there is negative attention that can end up successful, but focus on you, your craft, being unique, and be the best version of you, because nobody else can do that. Just confident in your own skills, represent you, and try to stand out separately. Why do I want to buy your music over everyone else's? Why is that?
How do you feel about the violence that's plaguing the hip hop scene today?
Yeah, it is, man. I think it's always been there, but it's such a difference now, man. I don't know. I don't have the answer of what caused it. Some will say video games because of, all the first person shooter type shit, but it's a major difference, man. Me growing up, there wasn't school shootings like that. There's enough school more than one a week.
Yeah, it seems like that.
It's insane. I mean, that's insane. Something has shifted to where the youth, their value for life is non-existent. It is nothing to them to pull a trigger and take someone's life to walk into a school, some of the shit I've seen it's so mind-boggling that the value for life is so not there anymore now. And the difference of bullying, it's a huge difference. Our generation, I'm 41, I don't know your age, but I'll put myself in your generation. I'm
a decade older than you. I'm 51, fit to be 52.
So our generation, we would go to school, you get bullied, you'd hate it, you'd leave school, and you didn't really have to deal with that bully till you went back to school, unless he was your neighbor or some shit. Today, you get bullied at school and at home on social media and Facebook and on Instagram and on Twitter, and then you're berated every direction and shit on 24/7. And it's almost the new thing is not even thought. You don't even think it out. And I didn't realize this when I was younger. You know, people telling me your decision making happens at the frontal lobe of your brain. Your brain doesn't in finishing development until you're 25. So your vital part of making crucial decisions isn't even fully formed till you're 25. So all these dumb fucking mistakes you make when you're young, you're not thinking about the big picture or long term or what it's going to result, the consequences of that. And now it's even worse. I just feel like you get bullied in every different direction, the ease, the access to getting weapons, and it's almost stardom. They're almost getting fame. I've been shit on all the way from elementary school. I'm going to go out with a big name. This is how people will know me. It is. And you're saying violence in hip hop, it's violence everywhere though. It is so, there's so many names that are killing each other in hip hop. I'll be honest, I don't even know these MCs. Little fuck killed little shooty and little, they just keep shooting each other.
Right.
I don't know, man. I never been in that world. I don't understand it like that. I value life completely different than that. And I hate where the youth society, the music, everything is led to. And I just hope that newer artists talk about newer things to motivate to get out of that. You know, there has to be other ways. Some of the people that we look up to the most in life did have that lifestyle. But then as they grew older, matured, and then survived it, look back at it and try to tell the youth that's not the way. But it's like we keep making the same fucking mistake. That's what a parent does to a kid. That's our whole goal as a parent. No, don't go that way. I went that way, and this is what happened. Right, I have a shortcut. Here's the loop. Instead of going all the way around, take this little shortcut right here. I'm telling you, you're going to save 15 minutes. Just take the shortcut. And every kid in the world, nah, I know better. They'll run the full fucking loop and make the same mistakes. And that's where we got to break, you know, is like, if we can actually get the youth to listen to, we're just only trying to help. We've been through it. And I'm just trying to tell you, don't go the long way. Take this short way. And they don't listen. And I did the same shit. I didn't listen. And so somehow if we could break that, you know, that would be the most beneficial for sure.
Got one for you. What's your favorite album of all times and why?
Wow. Man. That is super hard. Holy moly. Dang, I don't even know what would be my favorite. I mean, just because of what it meant to me at the time, Nas, it was written. What it meant to me when it came out, how much I studied lyrically and studied him and his jazz background and his father. And it just got me really hooked, you know, it got me really hooked to being a lyricist and how he talked and broke it down and the way his multi-syllable rhymes would flow together with ease. He made it look so effortless and comfortable in the pocket. So, yeah, that probably, I mean, I have so many more, but that will be my quickest answer. It would be Nas, it was written.
Okay. What's your favorite movie of all times and why?
Movie. Wow.
Got him sparking up. All
yeah.
right.
And I don't know. Fuck. I don't even know the name of it, man. It sucks. I really don't know the name of it. When I was young, my brother gave me this. It's a VHS CD or VHS movie that RZA produced. And it was a bunch of the Wu-Tang member. This is before anything, before they were known at all. And he had certain members of Wu just rapping on the street, and he was showing the culture of Staten Island and the environment of it. And then all the artists that came around there, and it was like a little documentary. And it's crazy to say that that's my favorite movie, but that is one of them, because that's what caused me to then save up for 2 summers to go get my 16-track, my Roland 16-track recorder. Started getting my mics, my monitors. It was, I wanted to be a RZA. I wanted to make my own shit, record in my own room. Yeah. So probably, I wish I knew the name of it. I can't. There's a lot of great movies out there, but that inspired me musically and where it's led to me today.
Makes sense. It makes sense. All right, I got another hard one for you.
Okay.
Your top 5 rappers, dead or alive.
Okay. Man.
In no specific order.
Okay, there we go. I have to say Biggie and Pac. They got to be in there. Rakim for sure. Man. Probably it's a different one, but Gift of Gab.
That's 4.
Man, I want a different, unique that. Okay. And Aesop Rock.
A$AP Rocky?
No. Aesop Rock.
Aesop Rock. Okay.
He's a white cat out of New York.
Okay. Are you familiar with the battle rap scene?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Your top 5 battle rappers.
JC.
You know he just won yesterday.
Did he?
Yeah, he won Ultimate Madness tournament yesterday, 120,000.
Ooh, let's go. I think Ill Will's nasty with it. Clips, Charlie Clips. Man. Fuck, and I can't even remember their names. I haven't watched in so long, bro. I used to always watch all the way from Grind Time, KOTD, Smack. Damn, Av is fire. Fuck, I can't remember the guy's name. Holy shit. I'll just go with that. All right. How many was that? Was that 5?
That was 4, but it's cool. I can dig it. You ain't that fluent with it because you ain't watched it in a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
What's your favorite football team and why?
I don't watch football any longer. The last team that was my team would probably be way back in the day, would be the Niners, because my family knew Ronnie Lott's family. So I've been a fan since then.
So it's fair to say you're a 49er fan because you ain't been nobody else. You ain't been a fan of nobody else, right?
That's right. 49.
Okay. Bang, bang, Niner gang. You feel me? Hey. Okay. What about basketball? You follow basketball?
I do. I like it because of one individual all the way back from college, but Curry is my dude and Golden State's my shit.
Okay.
And the reason why is his work ethic. I just felt like he was a relatable thing to me. I always felt outsided, small, never accepted. I go to Korea, they think I'm a white boy. I come here, they think I'm either Mexican or super Asian. I have nowhere are my people, nowhere. So I always felt I'm 5'8", shorter, outsided, never part of anything. Curry was a very small, teeny dude, got denied from 3 Division I schools. spent a summer exercising, got accepted to one college at a Division III, turning out to be a multi-time winning champion. You know, it's work ethic, drive. I don't know another person that shows up besides the late great Kobe, showing up hours before and staying hours after, doing a dribbling routine that you've done 1,000 times already, you know, but that's what it takes to be great.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Okay. I'm almost at the end. I got something for you called Flick One.
Okay.
Nas or Jay-Z?
Nas.
Master P or Birdman?
Master P.
Soldier Slim or Big L?
Big L.
Biggie or Tupac?
Biggie.
Lady of Rage or Yo-Yo?
Lady of Rage.
Dr. Dre or Puff Daddy?
Dre.
Lil Kim or Foxy Brown?
Foxy Brown.
Rough Riders or Cash Money?
Ooh. Fuck. Cash Money.
Okay. Nelly or Ludacris?
Luda.
Okay, here go a good one. Snoop Dogg or Ice Cube?
Snoop.
West Side Connection or Dog Pound?
West Side Connect.
Mystical or Juvenile?
Juvenile.
Okay. Nicki Minaj or Cardi B?
What? Fuck. I'll just go Cardi B.
Kanye West or Pharrell?
Kanye.
Timbaland or Swiss Beats?
Timberland.
Ace of Spades or Bel Air?
Ace.
Tequila or cognac?
Tequila or who?
Cognac.
Cognac.
Trick Daddy or Rick Ross?
Trick Daddy.
Outkast or Ghetto Boys?
Outcast.
Drake or Lil Wayne?
I'm gonna go with more universal long-term Drake.
Trina or The Brat?
The Brat.
Too Short or E40?
Ooh, man, I just think I so much more with I'm gonna go with Too Short.
Okay. Mike Tyson or Muhammad Ali?
What was it?
Mike Tyson or Muhammad Ali?
Wow, Muhammad Ali.
Lennox Lewis or Evander Holyfield?
Holyfield.
All right. Take you back on the music. Ghetto Boys or UGK?
Ghetto Boys.
DJ Battle Cat or DJ Mustard?
Battle Cat.
Okay. All right. Well, shit. Hey, man, it seemed like none of them was hard for you, but then you are a producer, so
yeah,
I should have had some like DJ Quicks versus I need to add some shit to my repertoire.
No, those are good. Those are all good. Absolutely. Just one thing would stand out for each name that you're saying. I'm thinking of working with. Who would I want to work with? Who would I want to have the best relationship with? Not even like who's better than the other, but my own career, my own path. Who would I personally want to work with? You know?
I like that. I'm gonna use that from this point out. Thank you, brother. Hey,
yep.
Hey, I appreciate that jewel right there. I'm definitely gonna incorporate that because it makes it a different way of asking it.
Yeah.
And it sounds to me, I ain't gonna lie, I got it from the idea came from Drink Champs because as a podcaster, you're supposed to pick up things and find little, ways to do your own thing. So I got it from there, but still,
I do the same. I heard the same shit on theirs, and I do the same. And I ask it in a way where I just say, if you could choose 3 artists, dead or alive, in any genre, they could be a producer, rapper, anything. Who would you pick? And to be honest, they shock me every time, man. a guy that I think is the most gangster of gangster. He told me Adele. And I'm like, what? You know, they're shocking me with some of the names. So I also use that similar type of a format because it's cool. You get to know the artist a little bit more too in their thought process.
Yeah, see, my whole thing with I'm pretty much done. So we can just talk now. I'll use whatever this as well. I'm done with the questions. So my thing is pretty much the way I go about this was my idea was to just get on here and have conversations with people, not really make it an interview, more or less ask or had a conversation about the things like we talked about.
Yep.
The rest of society don't talk about, because right now the main thing that's going is controversy and drama. If you ain't got no clickbaits or all of that, then you ain't. And that also, in my opinion, shies people away from you, because not everybody can get on here and feel openly comfortable because you're an interviewer yourself. You already know the stature, but everybody else be looking for trick questions and don't try to cross me up in as you looking for controversy, so they don't feel that comfortable with opening up and just having a conversation. This is not a platform where I'm getting 1 million views. I don't have a hidden agenda, and ain't none of my conversations with nobody controversial. I don't want to be. I know the people. I know how to get on here and do that. Yeah. But at the same time, I done made it to this point in my life, and I done been through what I've been through to get here. Right. I like being able to go places without having to. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And when you get into controversy, especially on social media, you don't know who you done pissed off somewhere else and want to. I ain't even used to celebrity status. You coming up saying, "Hey, that's you. Let me take a picture." That's what I'm saying. Roach Killer, my co-host, Stefan Roach Killer from Ruthless Records, he is like my OG, teaches me everything. And he would always warn me, as I'm coming up, me and him ran into each other when I had 300 followers. So we've grown ever since then. And, we're out and about and he sees me be recognized and he keeps telling me, you never know who's watching and you never know who your haters are. And they're going to spot you before you ever spot them. And it happens all the time. We're just out and you're sitting there and I see guys in the corner and they keep looking over. And if they had bad intentions, luckily I read that situation, but other ones that were eyeing me the whole time, they were just coming up wanting to say hello, but he always said, I'm standing on a sidewalk and he would interrupt my conversation and he'd say, you never have your back to this street, always against the wall. So he'd make me turn around on the sidewalk. I couldn't stand on the corner. He's like, you're going to watch your back in 2 streets? Get over here on the side. Luckily I have people like that. But I see it now is like, I'm not used to it. I'm a normal ass dude. So to go to LA and have people recognize it is shocking to me. It's crazy to me. So you never know though. And I always I have no problems with anybody. Hell no, not at all. Yeah, me neither. I mean, if I do got some haters, I don't know them. Right. And if they are hating, I don't feel like they want to do harm to me. I ain't what's that dude name? The little short dude that's all hated. Damn. Oh. They talk about he gonna call the police on everybody. I ain't him, so I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Because I put myself on this screen. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like somebody walking up with a camera, so I don't know who gonna click my YouTube or my Instagram and see me, and I'm not hiding myself. I appreciate, being able to be seen. Right. I'm not doing this for a hidden agenda. I do this because this is what I enjoy. I just enjoyed us having that conversation. And if don't nobody else get nothing out of this, when I'm done putting it up, I got something out of it. You know what I'm saying? And I learned about you. I learned, you know what I'm saying? And for me right now, that's all I'm doing it for. And then I like to see my work up there. I like to get, but I've been doing it for a year now. Yeah. I've come to the realization that the more you do it the right way, the longer it's going to take. just deal with it and stay with your original, your authenticity.
Yep.
You know, because it's real easy to get on here and get at it with somebody, and that'll run your views up, sure enough. But then that's running up the risk of it ain't worth it. You know?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. I'm definitely gonna share this. I'm gonna I'm gonna edit it down because that's why I don't do mine live, because
okay,
I'm not the live type. I haven't conquered that space yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying, but I do too much to get my background and my backdrop and everything. I can't do that on live.
Right.
I can't use my green screen on live, and it defeats the purpose. I done paid and did all this to get my little studio right. This is green screen, but still.
No, it looks great though, bro. It looks perfect.
I've learned. I do all my editing myself, bro. I've learned how to everything in this whole year. I've been the one doing. I got all types of backdrops.
Yes.
You feel me? I can go anywhere on mine. I can go to the mall.
Right.
Go sit right in the middle of the mall.
That's dope.
Where is the other one at? There you go, right there with the active going down in the back, people walking by. You know what I'm saying? I've learned how to do my own editing.
Yeah.
Also, it's cross networking, bro. You know, I can use whatever alley-oop you could throw my way for it. And if you start a project, you might need some input on something. Now, I'm in Arizona.
Okay.
I'm from California. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Los Angeles, but I live in Arizona.
Okay. Well,
you
man,
know?
to say, I mean, I share with I don't know if you're familiar with Newbie the Ear Hustler. She has a show as well. And I have a bunch of shows. Talking Junk Network, a podcast that I do. But what I do with all these shows is we're all family. We're all networking. We're all cross promotion. So like, for example, I've had Mitchie Slick on my show. I see you've had Mitchie Slick. I could talk to Talking Junk. He would never have access to a Mitchie Slick, but me and you do.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? So if I could share that love, Mitchie Slick, he wants to interview you, connect the dots. Well, he has people that we wouldn't have access to.
Facts.
You know, so
right.
I think we should all share. That's what I'm all about. My whole network is I've helped out a lot of people. I've made a lot of connections from east to west where producers, The Chill, Compton's Most Wanted, The Chill, and Aguilar the Dawn knew each other in 98. They haven't seen each other since. I'm friends with both of them. I'm on a live one day. I invite both of them on. They catch up. It's like brothers seeing each other. They now working on their second album together. So it is like little things like that. I can connect those dots. And not just that, older to newer generation. I'm 41, but there's a large following that don't consider me a 41-year-old because I get up and dance like a fool. I'll rap on here. I'll act young spirit, you know? So
right.
It's like a bridge. I'm childlike. So I feel I'm a bridge between older and newer. And if I have legends on my show that are from the older generation and I'm teaching the newer generation, the music you're listening today sounds like that because of these legends. So I'm giving them their flowers, the respect they deserve, as well as educating the newer generation where it all came from. So my point to all that is you need guests, you need anything from my platform, from anybody that's been on my show. I've never had to pay one artist, one guest. It's all out of the love, all out of networking.
Same here. And I understand with some of these people because, you know, you don't get everybody you ask for, you
right.
To. And then sometimes I understand everybody's time is valuable.
Right.
But, you know, I'm not no jumper. I'm not Vlad. I'm not you drink champs. I can't afford to pay you because this is a passion. This is a passion business, a business passion, not a business. I'm not, you know.
You want to make it into a business with income, but right now you're passionately trying to get there.
That part. You know, and for the record, I don't know if for whatever's worth, feel free to let me know if you ever want to have me on, you know, on your platform. And, you know, I can
we'll promote yours.
Huh?
Yeah, you'll be on my show and we'll promote your platform and your show and starting to get We could do a whole thing. I don't know what your whole, I don't want to use the word agenda. I don't know what your whole goal is, but are you only interviewing well-known legends, or are you doing any up-and-comers? Are you doing?
I'm open. My goal is to reach. Basically, what it is, my goal is to answer your question. My goal is to reach the youngest generation. Like, you know, if you listen to my music, my intro,
yeah,
that person rapping on my intro is 16 years old. At least he was 16 at that time.
Yo,
you know, I'm open from the youngest to I'm the oldest. I mean, or if I'm open to somebody older than me to have a conversation with, from rappers to comedians to athletes. I'm open for whatever, just to come on here and have a conversation about them, because this gives them. My son plays football. I'm gonna eventually get him to get on here, but he's shying away from the screen with me right now. But you know, which is his choice. But at the same time, my goal is to have the whole reason for my podcast, which stands for Generation Conversation Network, is the younger generation the gap between our generations, communication.
Yeah.
In your face, sometimes they don't want to have that conversation, but they'll watch it and listen to it on here. They'll watch it and listen to it on, is my expectation. You know, if it's a good content and they want to hear something, they'll go get it here, get to learn something about somebody. They ain't got to wait till their name is up in controversy.
Right.
You know, and you might hear somebody on there you may heard of. You may want to hear something about it, just out of support. You know?
I have this idea. If you're willing to do it, you could have just a segment where you're showing new upcoming artists, okay, and their music. And it is a newer generation where they're medium generation. So let's say if they're in their 30s making music that is relevant today, that the kids are listening to. For example, I'll play you one. This gentleman, Mr. 16. These are a couple artists that I help out. I think I can line up the next 50 shows of artists that are so incredibly talented. I'm going to show you one. So, Mr. 16 and where is it at? Let me find it real quick. Wow, hold on a sec. Okay, Mr. 16's. I get so many damn emails. Okay, right here. Does all productions and writes. So raps, writes, and produces. Hey. I'm certified, you know I'm legit when it comes to that bread. I attack like a pit. Don't compare me to rappers, they know I'm legit. If I hop on the beat, then you know I say it. They've been waiting for this, I'ma leave them a tip and then eat every beat before I put me a sip. I don't go by the rules, I just stick to the script, and it's all for the blues. You would think I was crap. I'm certified, you know I'm legit when it comes to that bread. I attack like a pit. Don't compare me to rappers, they know I'm legit. If I hop on the beat, then you know I say it. They've been waiting for this, I'ma leave them a tip and then eat every beat before I put me a sip. I don't go by the rules, I just stick to the script, and it's all for the blues. You would think I was crap. I'm from the motherfucking dirt, I used to step clean, and then I got high off of fame. Then I heard a beat that was mean and said I was nice, and I brought the game back to life. The pain I've been through was a strike, and that's part of life now. Woke nigga. And that's just one track. This boy hard. Chris Lowe is the other one. So two guys on that, Chris Lowe and Mr. 16. But like I'm saying, man, I have 165 emails I got today, and I narrowed them down to about 40 up and comers that I personally feel that could be on the radio right now.
Right.
He could have a deal right now. And it's just all these artists, I've had them on my show, but you could have interviews.
I'm open for it. I'm open for it.
I'm going to send you the Instagram pages to these artists. I'm going to let them know what my plan was. I would like them to get a spot on your show to be interviewed, introduced, debut their music, get to know them as an artist. And I'll just connect you guys. And if it's something you guys want to work out, if they're interested, if you're interested, we'll make that happen.
Copy that. And I got somebody on that I might want to do the same with. I would like to do the same, return the favor with one of my partners that he got his thing on Instagram called My Moments in Hip Hop.
Okay.
So yeah, I made that an introduction too as well when you get some time.
Okay, for sure. All right. Well, then when we get off here, I'll send you the link or the IG pages to those artists.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Hell yeah.
Now let me show you some shit real quick.
Okay.
Which one is this? Bam. Now, before I started my podcast, and this is what I did do music, I was almost famous. So, I got these right here. You can just like
oh, dope.
I actually put these out myself. No mixtape. These are just albums. The only one that ain't out is this last one. This is the last one I did, which was in 2012. I stopped doing music because by then it was all digital.
Yeah.
I went to school for music. I had started engineering and doing my own behind the scenes stuff. By the time I graduated from college in 2011, end of 2011, they started giving music away.
Yep.
By 2013, I'm completing my album. I didn't do all this to give it away.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I stopped doing music then and ain't did music since. But just to give you a taste of some shit, this was my first, one of my first ones.
Hell yeah.
No, that ain't my song. That's my boy. This was. My first weed song.
Let me take you on this journey, hard times and struggles. No matter what a villain do, you seem to end up in trouble. Niggas born in this shit, thuggin' run through my blood. So gangsta shit be mandatory, Texas water get slugs. Haters roll with real straps, so watch your back in the streets. Known to trip on any clip that's on the side of the D's. Real niggas stay strapped, cause any day slips count. Shit talking and mean mugging, get your bust in your mouth. And the popos ain't no better, have your ass in the mix. Wrong place, wrong time, ain't trying to hear that shit. Niggas gotta confess, the shit I'm saying is true. Finally fuck with no defense, fuck with the system you do. Stay strong, right with your own, don't be no buster or snitch. Keep it true to the game, never switch or snitch. Time is served, stripe is earned, nigga get back on the brick.
I see you back there with your paper white. Okay, I see you.
Oh yeah, that was dope.
Hey, and I'm so old school. Look, I did this one. I know you know what this one is. You're a beat maker. Go ahead. I see you fired up. Let me hear it. I see you ready. Let me hear it.
All right. I'll play I'll play a little backing track and I'll just play some lead to it.
So I get a fresh cameo for the show right here. Let me give me some popcorn. That's right, my guy. Yes, sir. Is that an already complete track?
What's that?
Was that just freestyle or was that a complete track already?
Oh no, that is a song already. That's just
that shit sounds beautiful, dog. That shit sounds beautiful, dog. Hey man, shit. Almost made me want to do some more music, but I ain't got nothing to rap about, man. I ain't got nothing to rap about. You know?
No, man. I appreciate that, brother.
Okay, well, shit, I ain't gonna hold you up, brother. I appreciate you tapping in, and
the
love is here, and I appreciate the networking and connection, bro.
Yeah, for sure, brother. We'll stay tapped in.
Likewise.
Much love.
Peace.
What's good, y'all? This is KingtechTV, hanging with Gconnet, where different generations have real conversations. Make sure you tap in. One love.
If you enjoyed the content and the conversation with KingtechTV, continue watching the rest of the episodes. You feel me? Only on Gconnet.
With D and G2Bs, a generation conversation. If you ain't got the patience, you don't.